मुझे लगता है कि हम लोग पूरे कमिटेड थे, स्पेशली जो हमारा फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में बैटिंग एफर्ट था और हमारा डिटर्मिनेशन भी पूरा था, तो उस चीज़ की कोई कमी नहीं थी. बट मैं ऐसा बोलूँगा कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने हमसे बेटर क्रिकेट खेला ये मैच में और ज़्यादा कंसिस्टेंटली खेला, इसलिए वो लोग जीते. तो ज़्यादा मैं इस मैच को लेकर नहीं बोलूँगा कि हमें सोचना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम लोगों ने अच्छी क्रिकेट खेली, जस्ट कि उन लोगों ने हमसे बेटर क्रिकेट खेली. उस तरीके से हम इस मैच को देख रहे हैं और एज ए टीम काफ़ी अच्छे स्पेस में हैं अभी भी, क्योंकि हमें पता है कि हम लोग काफ़ी अच्छी क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं और अगर और कंपोजर दिखाएंगे तो फिर जो एडिलेड में हमने किया वो दोबारा कर सकते हैं.
Bharat?
In the last couple of years, whenever there's been a greenish wicket, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been the first pick, or he's come into the equation. Just the rationale behind picking Umesh Yadav over him?
Well, Bhuvi hasn't played a lot of 4-day cricket recently, and Umesh, having played in his last test, picked 10 wickets, and he was in good bowling rhythm, so that was the reason behind going ahead with Umesh over Bhuvi.
And I mean, you didn't have Ashwin because of injury, but if he was fit, was there a chance he would have played?
Yeah, we could have considered that because of, it wasn't, if you see the rough, didn't have much assistance. It was just the pace on the ball that Lyon bowled with that, he got the wickets that he got. So we as a team didn't think that, we definitely wanted to consider a spinning option on this pitch, especially having a look at the pitch on day one and how we thought it would play on the first 3 days and exactly played out that way. We thought a fast bowler is going to be more productive and more helpful for us as a team.
Amit?
Given how the openers had done, in the Adelaide Test and before that also, when you went with Umesh Yadav as your fourth fast bowler, don't you think the tail became a bit too longer and the batting became too thin, and that could have sort of mattered in such games? And
yeah, you can think like that. You obviously have two situations that you can think of when you pick another fast bowler. Obviously, Ashwin or Jadeja are more, have more ability with the bat. We all know that. So it's a very tricky decision to make, what kind of a bowling option you want to go with, or you want to think that whether that guy can contribute with the bat as well or not. So eventually you come to one decision, and we backed that decision and we went ahead with it. Whether it comes off or not, that's a different thing, but we were totally convinced as a team that is our best combination to go with, and the batsmen have to take responsibility. So, there are a lot of variables that can happen during the course of a cricket match, but before that you need to have clarity as to what you want to do, and I think as a side we were totally clear that this is the combination we want.
And now you would have a new opening combination given how things have happened. How do you see that issue shaping up ahead of the third test, the openers? Both Vijay and Rahul haven't sort of.
We didn't announce that we're going to have a new opening combination.
They have not done well. How did the whole issue now?
Kaushik, sir.
Just on the openers, one of the most played 60 test matches I've just played, but they're not really fired. As management group, what do you tell them? What can you tell them?
Well, you just have to, keep backing them and telling them that they belong and they are good enough to perform for the. It's not even giving someone individual goals. It's just telling them that this is what we require as a team from the openers, and this is the role that needs to be fulfilled. And I think as a batting group, we have spoken a lot about those things. Executing it or not is again a thing of variables in a sport where you're up against a guy who's bowling a ball at you at a time, and then you can get out or you can survive or you can play a big innings or you can't. So I'm sure that these guys have figured out what's gone wrong in this game especially, and they're very keen to correct it themselves. So there's not much you can say, to be honest. You just have to be confident as a side and believe that the role that has been given, that will be fulfilled, and obviously individuals to a certain extent have to take responsibility of that, which the guys are obviously looking forward to taking responsibility.
Hi Virat, there was a bit of chatter on the field. I mean, as a captain, how do you ensure that the line isn't crossed when it gets a little too edgy there?
As long as there's no swearing, I think the line doesn't get crossed, and that's it.
Virat, the claimed catch when you were on 123, do you feel that cost India a chance in the match, and do you regret any of your sort of behaviour after that point? Sort of, your, I guess, displeasure at the decision. Yeah.
I don't think I showed any displeasure at the dismissal at all. A field was made on call, and that's it. It was done. Australia played better cricket than us. They deserve to win.
After the Adelaide test, you had explained, when you have a spinner and he bowls a long spell, gives you that sort of control. Did you think at any point that with the 4 paces you had that control, and how does that differ when you have all pace options and no particular full-time spinner to rely on?
Well, not particularly in the first innings, not to the extent that we wanted, but second innings for sure. Especially yesterday, the first session, giving away only, I think, 56 odd runs without getting a wicket. I think it was outstanding bowling, and then obviously Shami did what he did in the next session with the ball, which was again wonderful to see. So yeah, I think they executed their plans to 95% of what we expected, and I think you definitely can be happy with that. In the past, when we've played 4 quicks, we've definitely not been as consistent as we were in this game. So I think they were pretty accurate, they were pretty consistent, and as I said, we were pretty convinced about going in with 4 fast bowlers, looking at the conditions, and I think they did pretty well.
Last 3.
Virat, there's always a lot of scrutiny, but in this series, as it's gone on, the level of stump mics and cameras, have you felt that it's gone up a level, that scrutiny? How aware are you of that, and does that have any effect on your thinking on what you might say or do at any point?
Not really. As I said, as long as there's no swearing out there on the field and there's no personal attacks, the line doesn't get crossed. I mean, there's banter going on. Even at Adelaide, there was a little banter here and there, and things. It's Test cricket at the end of the day. It has to be competitive. You can't say that people are not going to try and get you out in any way possible at all. With the stump mics and cameras and all these things, honestly, when a bowler is bowling the ball and you're standing at slips, you're not thinking whether the stump mic's on or the camera's on you or not. And when you're facing that ball, there's literally no one apart from the ball and you in the stadium. So these things are totally irrelevant, and you're actually not aware of them at all when you're on the field. And it's never bothered me. It's never been something that's ever been of importance to me, to be honest. For me, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's Dan.
Virat, just specifically your, I suppose, duel, for lack of a better term, with Tim Payne over the past couple of days. Can you just talk to us about how that, I suppose, evolved? And I know I asked you before the series, you were expecting that sort of thing might happen, but I suppose, has it stayed, or is it different, a little bit different to what it might have been in 2017 or whatever?
Well, definitely nothing compared to 2014, to be honest. But look, it stays on the field. Whatever happens in a competitive spirit, it stays on the field, and I'm not going to go into details. And to be honest, it's not important enough for me to speak on. And it's something that's done. We're looking forward to Melbourne now. The Test match is done. The series is poised really well, and both teams have played good cricket, and I think everyone should look forward to that. It's an individual choice what you want to focus on, and our focus is definitely on the MCG Test.
Final one.
We have been mentioning that the moment Virat Kohli goes out, the team shakes, and even after you got out in the second innings, do you imagine that India will not be able to reach 287?
No, not for a moment. We believe all the time that we can win from any situation, and the guys in the change room believe that they can do special things, and that's the communication we have in the dressing room as well. We urge them to believe that they can do something very special, if it's been done in the past and now we remember those names as great players of the game, why can't individuals coming into the team do the same thing? So you have to dream big, you have to chase glory, you have to think of the ultimate situation where you're bailing the team out or you're winning the game, and that's the mindset that everyone takes out onto the field, and they want to be the match winners for the Indian cricket team every time. It will not happen because, as I said, cricket is a game of variables. You can't win every time, you can't score every time, or you can't take wickets. But as long as that mindset prevails and it's there all the time, you're heading in the right direction as a team. And there was definitely no sense of lack of belief after I got out or anyone got out. Even with Rishabh and Vihari, they overnight believed that they can get a big partnership and win us the game. So I think the belief is very important to have.